Awesome, thank you.
Hey, cool. You want that this in?
Yeah.
Okay, give me the rest.
No problem.
Kubo there, our handy judge.
They're already set up. Wow.
Yeah,
All right.
that took a good deal of time. So, like I was saying, if you want to go,
They're brothers.
I'm okay with. Let's see, Delver versus Miracles. This is gonna be a fun one. So, I prefer if you have to hit S on each one.
Oh god damn it.
Yeah. So
save.
let's see. If we're playing mentors, I would like. How many mentors is enough? Is 2 enough?
2 seems to be like the sweet spot.
2 mentors, 3 Jace. Is that enough win conditions?
That seems enough for like a pure control deck.
If we're playing Entreat, is 2 too many?
That's a hard question. Do you cut like a win condition for Entreat if you need it, or do you cut like a preordain or something? Like, do you just go up 1? I don't know.
I think we have the names.
Is it backwards?
Reversed.
Oh, it is backwards.
We have Fire and Ice over there,
yeah.
and if Spencer's playing main deck Fire and Ice, oh man.
All right. So we will physically not see. Oh, there's no easy way to swap this. I have to manually do all this. Okay, Spencer.
So play has started. We're quickly adjusting names. You will see the play. We will not.
I spelled miracles wrong. Okay, did that do it? Oh man, all the swapping back and forth is whoops. Whoops, that's not even. There we go. Yeah, we fixed it. Okay.
Okay, so I believe that. So I think I saw Simon go first.
I think so.
So I think we're on Simon's turn 2.
Yes, maybe, possibly. Maybe Spencer went first.
Maybe Spencer would go first.
Well, so in general, Blue-Red Delver is essentially a burn deck, and
also known as Burn Delver.
Burn Delver, yes. Usually, very aggressive decks like Burn have a favorable matchup for like control decks. Usually, but because Blue-Red Delver relies a little bit heavier on creatures like Delver Secrets, sometimes with Lavamancer. I know I've seen Simon play this version, and he plays Eidolons in this deck. So it could be just a nightmare for Spencer, but it also depends on makeup of the hand, how much someone cantrips. So because they're also brothers, I assume they know this matchup very well. Hey, Swiftspear.
Do we expect some mind games?
All right, chain your face.
Chain
Spell pierce your chain. It seems fine.
No chain.
Tap for 2. So we're gonna see a lot of like incremental damage, a lot of 2s, a lot of 3s, a lot of 1s, and then at one point, if you're playing, usually when you're playing against Burn, you see this one big burst of damage and then your opponent's dead. But in Blue-Red Delver, there's like chain lightnings, like little incremental damage over time. Spencer, you notice he is fetching basics to play around Price of Progress.
And I believe this is an upkeep fetch. We don't know anything about our top of the deck, but we feel like we want to fetch.
Ponderino.
Ponder, 1, 2, 3. These cards not good against you, or are they, Spencer?
I mean, plowing a Swiftspear seems like fine, right? Stem the bleeding a little bit. Like it's sometimes that incremental 1-1-1-1-1 like really adds up.
Yeah, but from the Miracles perspective, we again need a clock.
Oh, see, this is what I see all the time. Ask Booth if they have goblins, and that's Brett. This is what I see every time, all the time. All right. Spencer, chain your face. Chain your face.
Any responses? Spencer could chain back. Somehow. If he had mana for it.
All right, so Spencer down to 7 off. Wow, Simon's hand was triple chain lightning. This is like gross.
What did Spencer keep off of that Ponder? He must have been really land starved.
Is that a main deck Keranos?
Spencer goes deep.
Is that a Caracas?
Spencer goes deep.
I'm okay.
You have to protect. You have to protect Keranos from Plow when it turns into a creature.
Supreme Verdict. Yeah.
Ouch.
Get out of here, Swiss
That
Spirit.
is not the ideal answer.
All right. Does
All right.
Simon have a follow up?
Simon has 5 cards in hand. I don't think he needs a follow up.
Start with a Ponder.
Start with Ponder. So we're seeing one of the downsides to playing a blue-red Delver deck is it's hungry for blue and it's hungry for red.
Oh yeah, it's insanely hungry for colors.
But you want to fetch basics because of your own price of progress. This is, I'll try not to go on too much of a rant, but I hate this deck.
It's
the
not
deck,
great.
It is, in my opinion, worse than Burn and worse than Delver. So
I would agree with you on that.
why not just play one of the better options in either category?
All right, Bloodstained Mire for Simon. He's gonna pass it back here.
He does find land too, but
Counterbalance.
this is how Spencer could secure
Force your This is a Vapor Snag. Wow.
Force Pitch Vapor.
I guess there's no targets for his Vapor. Force back. Wow. Oh, Spencer really relying on this counterbalance.
Counterbalance can go miles against Burn.
Oh, there's a lot of 1s and 2s in Blue Red Delver, and occasional like 3s, but Spencer is down to 5. Like, it's completely doable, right?
Yeah, Spencer is not out of the woods. We have a fetch from Simon.
Can't get an island. Probably Volcanic Island?
Likely just getting, another Volk.
Yep. I can't imagine a world where he fetch like a basic mountain there. He needs the double blue.
Yeah. I mean, that's one of the reasons why I think this deck is just poorly positioned. It's just so hungry for both colors of mana. But it plays Pice of Progress.
He also hasn't have a very aggressive start, minus the triple Chain Lightning. Ooh, Snapcaster.
Snapcaster.
On a 1. No, Chain Lightning's turned off.
All right, Snapcaster, target Force of Will.
This is the hilarious thing when you don't know the counterbalance dance, like dancing back and forth of what your opponent could possibly play on top. That Snapcaster, fine, you can have it, but you can't have your Chain Lightning. I think you just throw it anyway, right?
I mean, Spencer will not miss the trigger.
All right, Spencer draws a card per turn. We know that's a Plow.
Looks like he is flashing 2 Plows.
Oh, passes it back. All right, so Simon's got a Brainstorm. Maybe fire Brainstorm here, but he also has to check the counterbalance.
Yeah, if I was in Simon's spot, I would hold tight. I would accept the Plow and just Brainstorm in response. Ponder catches the Brainstorm.
Wow.
Blind flips.
Oh, nothing hurts more than blind flip counterbalances.
Yeah, I think Simon could have found a better spot to deploy that Brainstorm. I don't fault him for trying. It was just a pure blind flip, but now he's just down to 2 cards, Fire and Ice, and
I think Spencer's in a really good spot here.
Is that a fetch in his hand?
I think so. It's a little hard to tell.
It's a signed card, and usually signed cards like that.
Bounce your counterbalance?
No, I think it's Fire You.
Fire You? Okay. Fire costs 2.
2.
Yes. Okay, so
both sides cost 2.
All right, so Fire resolves. Spencer's down to 3. The Ponder's going to resolve. And this is just a way to sneak in damage before Spencer can set up what's on top of his deck.
Yeah.
Keep off Ponder.
I'm not sure why. Because Simon knew that Spencer had a Ponder on top, it was likely that Spencer was going to cast that Ponder. So why wait for the Ponder to not be on top? Why not just cast it upkeep?
That's true.
Because the card under Ponder could have been likely a 2.
Yeah, I think at this point for Spencer, if he has any deck manipulation, it's almost likely a 1 on top, right? Stops Bolt, stops maybe the 4th Chain Lightning, stops Goblin Guy, stops Swiss Sphere.
Spencer's going for it.
There's a 1. It's going to be really hard to get past his counterbalance if Simon only has 1s. And step AK for 1, draw a card, and we know it's at Ponder.
Spencer could use a little bit more mana. He's short on blue.
That is true. There's another Ponder.
Another Ponder. Any response from Simon? No. Looks like he has a Delver in hand.
I wonder if he plays Fire Blast in this Blue Red Delver deck. I've seen this Blue Red Delver deck sometimes play like one Fire Blast.
Spencer with the shuffle, so we likely will not know the top card.
Yeah, this would be 100% blind off this counterbalance here, unless there's a cantrip. But draw a card off Ponder. Wow, still missing land drops. The double white is super awkward for Spencer. Passes it back.
And one of it being non-basic.
Oh, yeah. Alright, so Simon found a fetch land. We see a Delver Secrets in his hand. I think you just play the Delver, right? The top card is blind. Ooh, okay, Simon's scared. He's just passing it back now.
You may call it scared, but I appreciate the patience.
Some people call it patience, some people call it fear. Oh, it is a Ponder.
That's a Daze.
Oh, is that a Daze?
It looks like Daze.
Oh, it is a Daze. Oh, Daze is so bad now.
Daze is not good.
Alright, Delver.
Alright, I don't like...
Trigger. You don't like this raw Delver?
Wait.
Ooh, Simon not even revealing off his counterbalance.
He said no reveal?
He's got a plow.
That's bold. He doesn't know the top.
I think because Spencer knows he has a plow, he might as well just not give information. Because it's like, sure.
To play around Lightning Bolt to just...
Possibly, yeah. Could sandbag a 1 on top so he doesn't die to a Lightning Bolt or another Chain Lightning.
It's a very interesting play.
Alright. Simon finding land
I will defer to Spencer. He has played this deck very, very long and very well.
Alright. Oh, Spencer finally hitting lands. Simon unfortunately drawing nothing. This is like the downfall of the Blue Red Delver deck. When you hit scrape the bottom, there's nothing left.
Yeah, this is when the deck is a bad burn deck.
Oh, it's terrible.
Burn does not draw blue cards that it cannot cast.
Basic Mountain is the draw. Wow.
All right.
Now we're at the mercy of Spencer playing.
Yes, we are at the mercy of Spencer. We need him to find a win condition. Are we taking deck requests?
Brett, are you here, Brett? Are you playing goblins?
Brett, if you drive on over, we'll put you on stream right now. We're playing 3 rounds tonight, but if you are showing up, we'll put you on stream.
All right, a lot of draw go for both players here.
So we did have a test of the waters, blind flip of another 1-drop. And are we going to discard?
I think Spencer's going to discard. Yeah.
Yeah, he doesn't need any more fetch lands. They would just drop him down or be price of progress.
Swift Sphere. This is really rough for Simon.
Yeah, Swift Sphere when he saw a swords on top.
Has to do it. Oh.
Another swords?
Oh.
This
is painful. He's already dead. Don't stop the bullying.
So it's up to Simon to find... I mean, Spencer just fetched, so if Simon happens to resolve a Eidolon or
a Fire Ice, another Fire Ice possibly.
A Fire Ice, yeah, would do it. Or perhaps Exquisite Firecraft if that's main deck.
There's no way, right?
There's plenty of way.
Blue
Red Delver plays bad cards.
Actually, I think for Simon, even a Snapcaster Mage would be really good here, because it's good. It's pressure. It's like lethal, and it also he can value it out. And if Spencer flips a 1 off counterbalance with the Snapcaster on the stack, then he can target the fire side, a Fire Dice, and it plays through the counterbalance.
Well, the Snapcaster would likely be lethal if it was resolving anyway.
Yes, though that's if Spencer had like another plow or something. But 4 mana, it looks like a Jace. Yep. Probably just brainstorm. So with Jace in play and the counterbalance in play, I think Simon's outs are slim to nil. I mean, he might be able to sneak something through,
I think he's
double cracking for Hardcast Force.
He doesn't need to double crack, but he's doing it for thinning.
Thinning, I guess.
Stay hydrated, bot. Shoutouts. Drink some water.
Fetching Island and the 3rd Mountain.
Island Mountain.
This is...
I don't like this play because it doesn't enable triple Fire Blast. I mean, he could hardcast one.
Hardcast Fire Blast and then sacrifice
Hardcast, sack.
Throw another Fire Blast.
So it does not enable quad Fire Blast, is what it doesn't.
Oh, no one plays.
Oh, is that a risk factor?
Oh, risk factor.
All right. Maybe we spoke too soon.
Ooh, risk factor's so good.
We have 6 mana because he just moved a Valk off screen.
So risk factor is a new card in Guilds of Ravnica. You either have your opponent take 4 or you draw 3 cards or something like that.
Yep.
So it's a counter spell. And it also has jumps.
And days.
Oh, hardcast days on the counter spell.
All right,
Simon, do you take 4? No, I'm just going to draw 3 cards.
All right, we have 3 mana instant Ancestral.
Oh, now the risk factor also has the new fixed version of Flashback Jumpstart.
Yeah.
So if he wants to fire it again next turn, he possibly chain your face.
You.
Force pitch.
I'll go down to 1.
Go down to 1.
All right, we were at the mercy of Spencer, but perhaps
Fire Blast. Woo! Oh man, who would have thought drawing 3 cards would be so good?
It looked like Simon was just out of relevant cards, but it was risk factor.
Dude, it was literally just that risk factor. It was so good there. He also got very, very fortunate that it was Chain Lightning and Fire Blast and some other relevant card. But my god.
So that is how you play a burn deck. You draw to your maybe 2 outer. I can't imagine he plays that many risk factors.
I've seen a lot of Blue-Red Delver decks play like 2. Some people I've seen are like madmans and just play like 3 because they think the card's really good. But I personally really like risk factor. I think it's a really sweet card. It's a nice addition to this really bad deck.
I mean, it definitely is a sweet card.
It is super sweet. Sometimes, no, did you ever read that small like Reed Duke like clip about how he feels about risk factor? Like usually giving your opponent the option is bad, but if you do it twice, it gets better. But if you do it 4 times, it gets really good.
I've never seen that, but I will just instinctively agree with what Reed Duke said.
It's not like he's like one of the best Magic players around.
And it's not like he plays elves in, Legacy, which he does.
It's like his like passion deck too.
He took 2nd place in the Legacy Challenge this past Sunday with elves. With
Is that a volcanic fallout?
Yeah, it looks like Fallout. He has to know exactly Spencer's list to bring in that Fallout. But Reed Duke playing the 5th Elvish Visionary. Do you know what card I'm talking about?
No.
Multani's Acolyte, the Elvish Visionary with Echo, aka the Reed Duke special.
Oh no!
I don't
buy your foils now.
Yeah, I've not seen anyone play that card except for Reed Duke. If Reed Duke had an alternate account and you saw a Multani's Acolyte on the stack, you just like say Reed Duke, I gotcha. That's you. That's you under that mask. So, what do you think of the sideboard plans? What would the players be doing here?
So on Simon's side, Pyroblast is really, really strong. And then alternate burn spells, like if he has Firecraft, we saw Volcanic Fallout. I saw him side in Surgicals that I'm not a huge fan of, but it's a possibility. It also like forces Spencer to like shuffle the deck, kind of, sort of, but it's kind of narrow. I can't imagine any specific cards you would really want to Surgical out of Miracles. But like the Pyroblast are really strong. Adjusting any permission suites. Dazes on the draw for Delver usually really bad. You adjust them to like Flusterstorms if you need to. On Spencer's side, I would assume trimming any cards that, Swords to Plowshares are good for some of the annoying creatures, but not amazing. Any really slow cards. I would imagine Keranos not being great in this deck, or in this matchup. But bringing in things like Disenchant for maybe Sulfuric Vortex, maybe. More Flusterstorms to try to deal with Fire Blast, Price of Progress. I've seen some versions of Miracles play 1 Hydroblast. I know Grixis Control plays 1 Hydroblast, but I didn't quite get a good look at Spencer's hand or Spencer's sideboard.
What justifies having a Hydroblast?
In Grixis Control, it helps you deal with Passive Flames. sometimes Blood Moon.
Okay.
Very early, it was a way to help deal with Blood Moon because you just didn't have answers to enchantments. But then with the banning of Deathlight Shaman, you needed some way to interact with passive flames. It also stops stops Price of Progress, which is like a nightmare for that matchup or that deck.
Like another no-lander.
Yeah, I don't see any lands. Brainstorm, Double Swift Sphere, a couple red cards, Snapcaster. Looks like Spencer's keeping his.
Yeah, Spencer's on 7.
There's no way Simon keeps this, right? You just have to go down to 5.
I mean, you're on the draw. You get a scry.
Ooh, is taking it.
Ooh,
Bottom.
Are we correct in the no land?
Draw. Ooh, that's
a mountain.
Drew a mountain Swiss Sphere. So good.
See, this is why I love this deck. When you want to play a ponder, you draw mountain.
All right, so Spencer's gonna go ahead and brainstorm on his turn, I assume. Most of the time, brainstorm is a sorcery. Most of the time, not all the time.
Most of the time, it is.
My God, can you imagine if Simon drew an island instead? Like how different his hand would be.
I mean, he has brainstorm.
On a Force of Will. Second Swiss Sphere.
Get in there. And Spencer missed a land drop.
Spencer missed the land drop?
After brainstorming, so he is locked.
Whoa, wow.
So the the hypothetical advantage bar just like swung way from Spencer's side to way into Simon's side.
So if we're gonna learn one thing, it's that the Wong family are gamblers.
Yeah.
That's the one thing we've learned here.
Spencer did keep, by the way, so this was a 1-land brainstorm, potentially ponder hand that he kept.
All right, shuffle off the ponder.
Draw, and
go to discard.
Discard Jace.
My God. All right.
Draw, and
another mountain.
It's like Grim Lavamancer in hand. Swing for 2.
I mean, Simon's got the superior board presence. He's got 2 Swiss Spheres. He's got his lands. They're not, lands to enable most his hand except for that Price of Progress, which you probably don't want to fire. Actually, now that I think about it, if that is a Price of Progress,
it looks like Rift Bolt.
Is it a Rift Bolt?
Yeah, it looks like Lavamancer Rift Bolt.
Oh, it is. Lavamancer resolves. It is a Rift Bolt. Okay, because a moment in my head thought, why is there a Price of Progress still in this matchup?
Yeah, I definitely wouldn't like it in this matchup post side. Okay, Spencer Ponder. Does find a Tundra.
Ooh, keep on top, draw a card.
Yeah, draw that card. Don't forget that. Second Ponder. Dig deeper. Potentially shuffle away 2 bad ones.
Yep. Oh, that's a very fast shuffle.
I mean, it looked like it was just 1 land on the first Ponder, keep it, and then shuffle for a next Ponder. He gets a draw here and a draw next turn. Definitely needs lands to operate.
All right, passes back, unless he's got a full grip of 7. All right, Simon on the offensive. Rift Bolt your face.
Upkeep, Rift Bolt face.
Force the Rift Bolt.
Force of Will.
It needs to be done. Pitching an AK, unfortunately, but needs to be done.
So this Rift Bolt caused 2 prowess triggers and Force of Will to lose 1 life, so it still dealt 3 damage.
Nice.
It got countered and dealt 3 damage.
All right, Simon's gonna fetch off this Scalding Tarn. Finally getting a blue source. So if he wants, he can brainstorm. Gets more prowess triggers.
I mean, I guess you only need you don't need triple red, but I don't know why you wouldn't just get a Volk here.
Maybe there's a Price of Progress. I don't know.
I mean, 2 damage is to your own self.
All right, brainstorm prowess triggers.
Brainstorm prowess.
Simon might possibly think about. I don't know. Back to basics is really bad for Spencer, even if he has it. So maybe it's not worth playing around. So 2 cards off brainstorm. Looks like a
fire ice.
You just throw it, right? You throw that fire.
All right. Attack for 6. I would like it to be 7/8 with the prowess triggers.
I guess not. He's holding back that fire.
He's holding up Lavamancer. Spencer untapped draw. Does he have 3rd land? He does. What can he do with 3rd land? Nothing. Typical control fashion. Land go.
All right, Lavamancer your face. Plow the Lavamancer. Plow is something in response. Lavamancer?
So, yeah, it looks like he's going to go down to 6. So, basically any spell is lethal from Simon, assuming it resolves. Any
And
burn spell.
Simon is representing, or Spencer is representing counterspell of some sort. Is that a volcanic fallout?
No, it looks like sulfur elemental.
Ooh. I guess the hedge against mentors and stuff.
Yeah, it has like an elbow sticking out. Looks like sulfur elemental.
Attack for 2. Snapcaster
Snap,
Mage.
flash in. Now I like the fire ice play. 1 and 1.
You would have to let the snap result, right? So, or you can. Because you can fire the Snapcaster before blocks.
Yeah, I'm
response
okay with
to target. Okay. So fire Snapcaster.
1 and 1.
Prowess triggers. So Spencer doesn't get any blocks. He is also tapped out, so it doesn't matter what he targeted for the flashback. So, and Spencer now positive on damage here, taking 4, going down to 2.
But the 1 is fire and instant. Yes.
Yes, it is.
Fire is an instant, and ice is an instant.
Oh, is MTGO bot not working? I guess it might not be installed on this account.
I don't know.
But I guarantee you it is an instant.
Spencer with the no outer, I believe.
I mean, yeah, not much else he can do.
I mean, he can healing solve.
He could Snapcaster plow it.
Snapcaster.
Wait, when is the Snapcaster being
upkeep?
In upkeep? For Snapcaster? This is it, right? Yeah, Spencer's conceding here.
Yeah.
I would assume that this is a upkeep Snapcaster to target plow to deal with the Swift Sphere. He also gets a blocker.
But any spell blows that up.
Yeah, Simon.
No, not any spell, because he could block the Swift Spear. I mean,
if the Snapcaster resolved,
any red spell would blow that up. Just go to the face.
At any point of burn, I think was just like this game is over. Wow, that was weird. I don't know how I feel about both players keeping one-landers.
Well, I mean.